All right, so we got a lot going on this weekend. This piece of shit right here broke. Started pissing cooling out on my way to work. AC stopped, or heater stopped working, which sucked. It was about 30 degrees that morning. So this is our main priority. We need to get this thing fixed, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna need to see what is wrong with it. But also, we added another car to the collection, and you just saw it in the intro. And it's a very fucking sick car, all right? I'm collecting these BMWs like they're goddamn Pokemon cards. Might not be the best idea, but hey, this thing's sick. So this is my 2011 X550i? X550i. This has the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. So I bought this one from auction as well, just like that one over there. That piece of shit. That piece of shit right there. We're not keeping that one though. We are keeping this one. This is gonna be my fiance's car. It has issues, obviously. We bought it from auction. Auction cars have issues. First issue is that front license plate right there. That's gonna be gone. Second issue, paint's not good on the front. The front bumper, the fenders, the hood, kind of fucked, okay? Not a big deal. Doors and everything look okay. They're scratched to shit. This thing's at 130,000 miles. The adaptive suspension in the rear doesn't work. It's slammed on its nuts compared to the front. Whatever, you know. The interior is fairly clean. These are seat covers so they can come off, but you know, there's little cracks in the seat, but nothing crazy. For 130,000 miles, it could be a lot worse. But it's pretty nice, especially for how much I got it for. So that's what's important here. There is, however, another issue that I'll show you right here in a minute. But like I said, it's a very clean car. Tan interior sucks, but whatever. Also, this is kind of cool. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. It's crazy that it still works. But we're gonna come around here to the back. Which, this is crazy. I've never seen an X5 in person. It's got a tailgate, dude. What? It's got a tailgate. Don't know what's on the mat back here, but we can clean it off. That's our issue right there. That's one issue right there. That's a rat's nest, if you don't know what that is, meaning a rat probably got in that corner over there, chewed up some sound deadening, maybe some wires. So that could be why the rear suspension isn't working. But, not a big deal, that's gross. Needs to be cleaned, obviously. But, oh, it's so nice. But, the main issue is, it's got about 10 check engine light codes on. That's rough. So, we ordered some parts. They're coming this Wednesday. We're gonna fix this thing, hopefully. And I hope to God it's not the timing chains. These N63s have timing chain issues, and I really don't want to deal with that. So, we got some Vando solenoids, we got some oil kits, and we're gonna tighten the timing chain, because you can do that on these apparently. It's kind of weird. We're all gonna do that later. So this car's being put on the back burner for a little bit. This car needs to be fixed today, and then we are moving to the 240 over there, because that thing's on the biggest time schedule of all. And we're almost done with the engine bay, actually. We need to get this finished, welded up. We need to plug the holes that I want plugged up, and we're done. Really, it's not that bad. So we're gonna do this. We also have some bushings coming for the front suspension. We have wheel bearings to do on this as well. We're not doing that today, I don't think. I think I just want to fix the cooling leak today. Well, we got some really nice Turner Motorsports thrust arm bushings, and then some Powerflex rear arm bushings, whatever those arms are called. Yeah, we need to see what's leaking on down there. Well, I unfortunately found the issue. As you can see, my screwdriver is inside the coolant hose. That's not supposed to happen. So I've actually had this, let me move this light and stop leaking coolant. Oh, that just made it worse, all right. I've replaced this coolant hose before. So basically it moves and hits that pulley. I fixed it 2 years ago and it hasn't happened since. I think I cornered a little too hard, maybe, and that's what caused it to happen. Couldn't handle the G's. So we're gonna replace this hose again. Luckily it's not too bad to do, and maybe we will try to find a better solution. It's hooked up to the reservoir and that just goes right here. That's unfortunate though. I've decided I'm going to do the front wheel bearing and take off the suspension arms for the bushings, and then I'm going to take those to my work and get those pressed out. But we need to get all this, the rotor and the brake caliper off, get the hub off, and hopefully it comes off. We're not doing the rear though, because the rear seems fine. I bought a bearing for the rear, don't know why. I thought it was bad, it's not. So focusing on the front. All right, so we got our bushings installed into the arms, so we just have to get them installed onto the car. We already have the other side installed. We did that a few days ago, actually. This has been a little bit more of an ordeal than I wanted it to. But we got those, and then we also got the hose to fix the coolant leak. Should be easy to replace. I replaced it not too long ago, so it should literally just slide right off. But we're gonna get those on. This, I got a welding tank for, so we should be able to start welding this on. If you don't know, which I guess none of you do, the welding tank I had before was borrowed, and they took it back. So I couldn't do this weekend. So, gonna get my wagon running. We need to fix the X5, and we need to do this. I got a lot going on. All right, got the arms on, got the hose on. Gonna bleed the coolant. I got the hose right here. Where'd the hole go? Right there. There's the hole. Oh, focus, bitch. Second time that's happened. I think I permanently fixed it this time though. So that's cool. We got the X5 up on the jacks in the air, so we can tighten the timing chain, do Van Allen solenoids, change the oil. We need to figure that out. It's too low. Well, it's not too low, but it's a problem, you know. It's not supposed to be that low. So, bleed the coolant. We're done for the day. That will be this weekend. Yeah. All right, we are back to the 240. This video is this video has been all over the fucking place. I've had a lot going on. So, we're gonna go back to the 240 probably for the rest of this video, which isn't gonna be very long because I think we're already pretty far in. I honestly can't even remember. This video is a span of like 2 weeks probably. So we've got the X5 back on the ground. As you can see, the rear suspension's still sagging. We fixed the misfires. The timing chain was super loose. We got that tightened, and the misfires went away, but there's still codes for the cam codes. So we ordered 2 new cam sensors. I replaced some Van Allen solenoids, didn't do anything. And yeah, we also, I think it's locked. Yeah, it's locked. We spent 6 hours cleaning the inside of this thing. And then we also got the summer tires on the E92. Because it's finally getting a little warm here. We got some Tire Street tires on, decided to try those out, see how that goes. But we're gonna go back to the 240, we're gonna start working on that thing. We got the other piece of shit over there still, because the title is a shit show. Got a lot going on, complete mess, but I need to get this finished. Get this welded on, get that welded on, get the flat plate welded on, and then I'm cutting this out. Cutting that out right there. I decided I don't want to just do a bunch of bulkhead fittings everywhere. It's too much of a hassle. Unfortunately, I welded that on, so now it's gonna be cut back out, and I'm gonna have to try to make it look factory again, which is gonna be easy. So that was a big mistake on my end. But yeah, so much going on, so much to do. We're starting with this. All right, so we got one tack on the wheel well. Really trying to duplicate the other side, and that's what's kind of complicated. So this corner right here, let's take this off. So this corner right here should be about an inch, which it's not. So we'd have to push this wall out to about right there ish. Over here is about 1.25 inches, which would be right there. So the 1/4 inch difference from right here to here. So we just need to make sure that's good. Everything else looks fairly good. We do need to make sure this is right as well. So let's see, 10 3/4. That's almost right about there. Which, that's, ow, I just dropped on my foot. He's basically tack welding right there. And that would be right. Cool. Okay, so I got a line here that should be about where it's supposed to go. It's just stressful. If it's not like almost all the way symmetrical, I'm gonna be very happy about it. Like, I want to be able to like look at it and they look similar. If you ever tape measure and they're off by a tiny bit, it's okay, but I want them to look similar. That's the biggest thing. So that's what I'm stressing about here. That should be it right there. That should be damn near symmetrical. So right here down to this black line that you probably can't see is 6.5 inches, just like that side. This cardboard was basically down to this weld right here, which it is on here as well. And then we're gonna have to do a little bit with this wall to get it to be an inch. Inch is right there, so we'll be bowed out a little bit, but so is the other side, so that's symmetrical as well. Over here, it's 1.25 inches, so that's gonna need to go out a little bit more. So we will have to do that, which I think I can just pull it. Since this freaking metal so goddamn thin, you can just do whatever you want with it. So that should be good right there. Okay, well, I think we're good. I mean, it's gonna be a little hard to tell until we get this piece on. This does need to come over more. Oh, that's a little harder to move now that I tacked everything in. We're just gonna bend this over. The whole car is moving when I do this. That's a little scary. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's 1.25 inches right there, and then 1 inch will be about there. So looking at it, it looks like it's kind of the opposite, tilted that way instead of that way, but just I think that's just because of the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. Okay, we had to cut a few spot welds off, but we got it shifted over enough now. So we're just a hair over 1.25 inches. Lift it up. We have to lift it up a little bit, but just over 1.25 inches. Or inch, yeah, 1.25 inches. Right? Yeah, just over 1.25 inches. Okay. I think I bent this strut tire a little bit, but probably push this side in, pull this side out, but should be fine. Oh, took a lot of energy to bend that bitch. Okay, so now we need to get this trimmed out, which was one of the worst parts. It wasn't the worst part, that was the wall, but not looking forward to that. All right, so Down here is just slightly over 1.25 inches. Up here, it's more than 1 inch, so we need to add a little line right there. And then probably do about right there. I have a straight line to cut, and it should be smack right where I want it. Of course, we need to also get a line right here. That line's pretty straight. About as straight as my cutoff I was gonna get. No, I think we're just gonna cut it. So, wish me luck, huh? Oh, it's hurting my head. Alright, so this one doesn't fit as great as the other side did, but I think it's fine. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get it in here the way you want it. So, we need to trim over here more, and we need to trim off this edge a little bit more. And I think it's good, but it's getting dark. It's about 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna call it there. I also need to get a pad to get the rust off this before we put it on, because I'm not putting rusty metal in the car. So yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Hopefully I stay happy with it. But yeah. All right, I think that's about what we're gonna call it for this video. I think we got a bunch of random shit going on. Two Game Boys. The I-Love camera was in this video. One for sure. And then this piece of shit right here. But we're done. This right here is gonna get finished next video. And then we can go on to probably undercoating the bottom, I think is what's next. So we're done with that. But yeah, I'm so tired. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if not, then please comment in the comments. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.